what's up? So I just wanted to hop on to just talk about the 4 mistakes that a person makes, whether it's in life or whether it's you trying to get your credit back in order. So I had to sit back and think about how my mindset was at that time and what actually was beneficial for myself. And so I came up with these 4 things. So I'm just going to go through them while they're on my mind, and hopefully this will help someone else that is in a similar situation as I was when I just couldn't figure it out. And then once I did, I was able to, help or do the things to help restore my credit and also create a better life, not only for myself, but for my family. So thing number 1, or the first thing, is I felt like I had lack of implementation. Like I heard all of the things that I should do. I knew all of the things that I should do, but I never implemented anything until it got to the point where I just felt like there was really nothing else that I could do, and I had to in order to create a better lifestyle for myself and a better life for my family. So I think it was a lack of implementation and just not executing or not even trying. I just didn't implement anything. I could watch 1 million YouTube videos. I could, read 1,000 books, and it never mattered because I never took anything that I did and actually implemented it. I made excuses. That's what I did. I made excuses. The second thing I would say is my lack of awareness for the abundance that I had. I think I spent so much time worrying about what I didn't have, worrying about the situation I wasn't in, complaining about, I don't have this, or I don't have a laptop, or I don't have a computer access, or, I don't have the internet, or whatever it was. I had lack of awareness of the abundance that I did have. I made excuses, which trickled down from the first thing about lack of implementation. My lack of awareness for the abundance basically kept me in the situation I was in. Because again, me worrying about all those things that I didn't have, didn't allow me to be focused on the things that I did have, didn't allow me to appreciate all of the abundance that I did have because I was so distracted. And I feel like that hurt me. The third thing is my lack of communication. I wanted, again, all of these things. I wanted to fix my credit. I wanted to have this lifestyle, but I refused to communicate in order to do that. So when you go through your credit journey, you're going to have to communicate, whether it be via letter or on the phone. You're going to have to communicate with someone. And if you don't know, you're going to have to communicate with someone that does know. You're going to have to go out and seek, again, lack of awareness for the abundance that you have. There are plenty of people that's out there that are willing to help you in your situation, or willing to teach you. You're just not aware because you're so focused on what you don't have. You're so focused on not having something at your fingertip ready to go. And then you're not willing to communicate in order to get it. People don't want to talk to people anymore. People, a lot of, I know for me, I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but I know for me, communicating is something that was very hard. Not from the sense of being able to talk to people, but just communicating about the right things, about something in particular that I needed or that I wanted. It was very hard for me to communicate with people. And I feel like it's hard for people in general to communicate with people, especially in this day and age, whether it be sending out letters, whether it be inquiring about mentorship or inquiring about how to get these collections and this debt removed, or how to inquiring about, I need to budget so that I can, get my bills in order. Like, whatever it is, I feel like I lack the communication to be able to make that happen. And I think the fourth thing was my lack of imagination. Sometimes you have to imagine so big to the point where it seems ridiculous to everybody else, but if you believe it, then that's something that you can accomplish. And I think that was one of the things that I lacked, which did not help me with my vision. My lack of imagination hindered my vision on what I wanted to accomplish. And so one day I finally went through. I implemented, I got my credit report. I went through it and evaluated line by line. And yes, it was tedious, but I still did it. I did it because I felt like that was the start of what I needed to do in order to get to where I wanted to be. I utilized all of my resources. I appreciated the abundance that I did have, and I stopped worrying about what I didn't have. I communicated. I personally called debt collectors and that's not something that you have to do. That's just what I did. I called the debt collectors in order to negotiate basically a pay for delete. I did it on my own, and I had to, it was scary. It was one of those things where you don't know who you're going to be talking to on the other end. You don't know what that situation is, or if that person had a bad day, or whatever the case may be. I did that, but I also sent letters. So it wasn't like I wasn't trying to communicate via letters. But the point is that I began to communicate. I sought out help. I sought out, mentorship with that. And then, I had the imagination of, visualizing my credit score being 750, being, close to 800. Like, I visualized all of those things because I feel like if you can't imagine, at the highest, like at the highest level of thinking, I feel like you're missing something. You have to be able to imagine yourself doing a particular thing or having a particular something. It's like you have to envision it for yourself. And that's how you get to the point where you can develop into the person that you want to be. And this is just me basically trying to be authentic and tell you these are literally the things that I did. I realized through those 4 things what I wasn't doing, and I corrected it. And when I corrected it, the things in my life improved. And it's just a different feel to be able to know, okay, I'm going to walk into this place or this bank and know that I'm probably not going to get approved, versus walking into a bank and knowing I know I'm going to get approved, so I have options. And I feel like also improving your credit score, not even just your credit score, but your relationship with money. Improving your relationship with money and how you view money. Improving, your credit score, that will lead you to even more abundance. That will put you in a situation to allow you to create whatever it is, whether it's generational wealth or whether it's just you're trying to pay your light bill or you're trying to take care of your mortgage. Whatever it is, putting yourself in that situation with a better credit score can certainly help. And also repairing your relationship with money, repairing how you see money. I think that also helps as well. But those are the 4 things that I feel like hinders people from improving their credit score or being where they want to be. Those 4 things. So anyway, thank you for checking it out. My name is Naisha Nicole, and I'm out.